I'm Sangeeta, your maths teacher. Today in this video, I'm going to introduce you the instrument which is used to measure the angle, that is called as protractor. Okay, now this is the instrument used to measure the angle. That instrument is like this. It is called as the protractor. Everyone in their compass box or geometry box, you will be having such type of an instrument called as protractor. Now today in this video, I'm going to show you the parts of this protractor and how to use this protractor to measure an angle. Okay, let us start. Here it is now a protractor instrument which is used to measure the angle. Here in this protractor there will be some parts we have to know about it clearly. Then we will understand how to measure the angles. Okay, now let us see the parts of this protractor. Here you can see some mark here downside. It is called as the center point. This is called as the center point of this particular protractor. And now here you can see the scales here round. Okay, it is always in the semicircle. This protractor is always in the semicircle, and here there are measurements you can see around this end of this protractor. Here these are called as scales. There are upper scales on the upper side and there are lower scale on the lower side. There are always these three parts mentioned in this particular instrument. That is one center part of this protractor and also having then upper scale you can see here and the lower scale. Now what are these upper scale and lower scale? How they are bifurcated here you can see here. Whenever we are starting to measure an angle from left side, then we use the upper scale. Here you can see in the upper scale from 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180 and like this. And again lower scale are downside written 0 to again till 180. It is very clearly shown here. And here why these two scales are mentioned, because whenever the angles are measured there are two rays. As we studied in our previous video, there will be an angle formed with two rays and there will be measurement of that angle can be also done in two ways. So how that is done in two ways, from left side also we can do and from right side also we can do. We can measure one angle in two ways to get the measurement of the particular angle. So in each and everyone's geometry box there will be a protractor in this form. I hope you can see here the same markings. Inside there are the lower scale and upside there are the upper scale, and in upper scale you can see the 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 so on till 180. Again in the lower scale you can see it very clearly 0, 10, 20, 30, 40 like that so on till 180. And here is the center point. You can see here it looks like sun ray here, and here it is the center point. In everyone's geometry box this is an instrument called as protractor. And here are also the tiny scales. You can see it here. There are tiny scales that shows each tiny mark can be shown as 1 degree, and when we move on you can see there will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 so on. Whichever markings or whichever degree we want we'll consider through these tiny marks. Now after knowing the parts of this protractor, now I'll show you how to measure the angle. We will draw one angle without knowing any measurement. Roughly I am drawing here one angle. As you know, angle will be having two rays and one vertex. Here also there are two rays with one vertex. I'll name it as B as the vertex and the rays are AB and BC. Here in this angle B is the vertex, and you know this is a protractor with the part center point, and there are two scales, lower scale and upper scale. Here is the baseline. First of all we have to do is that we should keep exactly this vertex point and the center point should coincide each other, and the baseline should be coincide with the baseline. Now here in this angle I am going to consider that baseline as BC. Here BC is coinciding with the baseline of the protractor, and the vertex point is coinciding with the center point of the protractor. Such way we have to first adjust this protractor. You can see it now clearly. I have adjusted my protractor by keeping on the angle such that vertex point and center point of the protractor is coincided with each other, and baseline of the angle and the baseline of the protractor are coinciding with each other. So now I'll start my readings through right side of this protractor, because this baseline I am considering BC, no? So we have to start from right hand side. Here 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Our another ray is coinciding on this point, which marking of this protractor it is showing that we have to consider as an angle. Now it is exactly on the 90-degree marking, so we'll think that our angle is now measured about 90 degree. As it is clear now, one more step we can measure it like another way. I'll show you. If we'll turn this angle in this way, I should consider now base AB. Okay, and when I'm taking base as AB and measuring this angle, that time also I should get 90 degree only. Then only I will consider that our measuring will be correct, because both the way however you measure, from keeping BC as a base also or AB as base also, we should get the same measurement. Then only our measurement will be correct. So now by keeping AB base, the same method we should follow. Vertex for the angle is same, B is the vertex. Keep that center point of the protractor on the B, and baseline of the protractor on the baseline as AB. Adjust it properly, and now I should start my reading from the left hand side by taking the upper scales. Now I'll start from 0. Upper scale is marking here this side, so left side 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. As exactly this another ray BC is showing towards 90 degree, and now our angle is 90 degree. By measuring both the types also, we got that the angle ABC is 90 degree. Here I will write now what is the measurement of this angle ABC is. It is 90 degree, or else I can take the angle CBA. If I am measuring from this ray also, I will get it as 90 degree. Now you understood clearly how to measure it from right side or left side. By keeping whichever ray as base, how to measure it, you understood it very clearly. After knowing how to measure the angle by using the protractor, now we will later on move towards the type of angles. Type of angles are again differentiated in different things. Like here, first category I am going to differentiate is that on the measurement of the angles. By taking that measurement of angles, there are 6 different type of angles classified here: acute angle, right angle, obtuse angle, straight angle, reflex angle, complete angle. And one more category is that pair of angles. On the pair of angles, we are going to divide it in 2 different categories: supplementary angles and complementary angles. Again further if we go, we can classify into angles formed by parallel lines cut by a transversal. These all things we are going to study in my later videos. And before completing this video, I want to give the answer of previous video. That was practice were given like this angle I had given. In that angle name can be written like this: angle XYZ, and the same angle also can be written in another way like ZYX, and the unit used to measure the angle is degree. And in this video I am going to give you practice work is that you yourself draw some angles and try to measure them by using the protractor, and write the measurements by naming those particular angle as shown in this video. If you don't understand, you again and again go back, pause and watch this video clearly and try to understand it. I hope you understood how to measure the angle. Okay, thank you. Keep watching my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the like button. Keep watching and keep sharing. Thank you.